All right, this is Derek with 100 Interviews. We are here with Whit Scott
That's
from
me.
Seesmic and Twirl.
Sure, I was going to do this for you.
Okay, I
There
didn't
you
know what
go.
you were doing.
There you go.
There he is. All right.
We don't say twirl anymore.
I'm sorry, it's all Seesmic.
Yeah, it's
I know.
Seesmic.
Louis told me that yesterday and I
Desktop
forgot.
client.
So apologize.
That's okay.
So-
Apology accepted.
So glad you could join us here, Whit.
Glad to be here.
Just wanted to maybe get a little background on what you do at Seesmic and what your expertise is in.
I'm a producer at Seesmic. My expertise is in fun.
That's all you do is fun?
No, I mean, like, if something fun happens, I'm kind of in charge of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
How
But
long you been at Seesmic?
I've been there since day one, which was October 1st, 2007.
So you've seen a lot of different
lot of
transformations
change.
of
Yeah.
Seesmic.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the integration of the new Seesmic app for Twitter.
So, like, twirl.
We were not supposed to say Twitter.
Oh, right. I mean, what do you want to know about it? What do you want to know about?
I mean, it's obviously come a long ways. I used Twirl back in the day when it was just
Yeah, you've
just
been
a
using
Twitter
it
app.
longer than I have.
Yeah, and
I've been
so-
using it for like 6 weeks.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I can tell you I love it, that I twit way more now that I have Twirl on my desktop. It's
Right.
probably a bad thing. And that I think Seesmic works really well within that infrastructure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you think that has really kind of taken it to the next level as far as integrating Seesmic in there? Because I used to hate that I used to have to go to the public
Right.
website and then come back
Right.
to Twirl back and forth.
Yeah, I think that there's something to be said for being able to respond to somebody or talk to somebody in video and not have to be live. It's your Twitter or your email or whatever through video sent through a client on your desktop. I personally find that useful.
Yeah. And how do you think, I've obviously had the opportunity to be on Seesmic for over a year now.
Yeah.
And have built some wonderful relationships through Seesmic. What do
Yeah.
you think it is, the power of video that does that compared to, a Facebook
Yeah.
or a Twitter?
There's something about connecting with people who are moving images, who are with your eyes and not just visually reading text, or seeing a photo, but having that emotion, reading the emotion in the person's eyes, their voice, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, the relationships that Seesmicers have with each other seem to be a lot more powerful than the relationships initially that Twitter users who
I would
meet
definitely,
have.
I definitely have to agree with you on that
Yeah.
one. So the reason that we came up with this concept
Uh-huh.
was it's all centered around the whole social media expert. There's a lot of people out there saying they're, these high level.
Right.
I know everything about social media, but we obviously know that's not true.
Right.
This is an evolving kind of medium.
Mhm.
What I really want to understand is how are you using social media in your everyday life, to connect with friends, family,
Right.
and in a business standpoint?
I use social media for business far more than I do for connecting with friends. The only way I really connect in social media, I think all media is supposed to be social, it's just whether or not it's the communication is back and forth instead of direct to you.
Right.
I think online it's back and forth. But I use it, I look at friends' photos on Facebook, I see their status updates. On Twitter, I only have 2 close friends that I connect with, like best friends from college that are on Twitter. So I don't connect with them that much. I connect with them by the phone or we meet up, So social media for me is connecting with other people who use the internet, it's
Right.
my business, it's what I do, so it makes sense that I'm connected with those people who are also using it.
Okay. Last question we have is where do you see, from maybe your own personal use or you're working with Seesmic,
Yeah.
what is social media going to look like maybe in another 2-3 years?
Well, I think that question, what are you doing, actually will be answered amongst a lot more people. And I'm not just talking about like the individual, but like news, and everybody will. A good example right now is you get stuck on the freeway, and I see people tweeting, "I'm stuck on the freeway. Does anyone know what's going on?" Or can you look up the news for me real
Right.
quick?
So the immediacy of the
Right.
information is.
To figure out what the problem is immediately.
Yeah,
I think that'll happen.
I was talking to Dave Peck a little bit earlier, and he
Uh-huh.
had said that he had a situation like that where someone had told him that his daughter was sick at school, and he actually called the the school before the principal actually called them. And
That's amazing.
They kind of freaked out a
Yeah.
little bit. So
That's pretty good.
that's great. Well,
Yeah.
Whit, I appreciate your time,
Yeah.
and I hope you have fun your rest of your time here at South by.
Thanks for the interview.
All right, Whit. Thanks.
Bye.